Peggy 18.
Hello, my fellow colonists. Welcome to another episode of Planetbase here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host Max. Okay, so the third episode was a bit long, and I did talk quite a lot about the expansion plans for the colony. Also, what I discussed is replacing the laboratory here, since I was able to occupy this space with a much better equipped lab. Hold on, we need 2 cows, 2 bacons, and 2 chickens. Okay, cool. So, at the end of the episode, I ran into the snag where I had to actually, build one more turbine and one more solar panel just because of all the expansion that I have been doing. What I basically ran into was an issue that I suddenly completely ran out of juice, and one of the deadliest things which can happen to your colony is you have no power. Like I said, if you don't have the power, then your water extractor will not work, then your oxygen generator will not work, and basically what will happen is that your entire colony will suffocate due to the lack of oxygen. So we're gonna start trading off some of the goods here. We're gonna be taking apart the control center here because this old lab will be actually switched and turned into the control center. Now, because I'm actually planning on taking apart this landing pad because it's still somehow enabled, by just basically having the control center somewhere around here, this will give me then enough space and room to expand into this section of the map where I keep majority of my water and power creation. So this is a really important thing, but this one airlock over here is already being basically choked by either the trade or going into the mines or just trying to maintain all of the turbines themselves. So we're gonna start taking apart these 2 domes. We're gonna start doing that right now. I'm gonna have to make sure nobody is standing in there. And because we are gonna be able to then connect it to even the oxygen generator itself, we should be able to cram in sufficient amount of workbenches that will allow us to man the telescopes when we eventually build them. As I said on the previous episode, either this part of the world or this part over here will serve as our main landing pad. So the possible object of what I would try to do is build 2 starports here, build 2 control centers, build a lab, build a dorm, build some storage or something, and this way we can make sure that any incoming traffic into our colony is monitored and we will have no unsuspected or unappreciated guests. It's kind of hard to put a word to a bunch of idiots who are trying to shoot up the colony. So yeah, but on the previous episode I was able to basically rebuild this whole thing. Now I do realize that there was a lot of work when it came to moving around the cantina, so that was maybe not the most optimal use. But at certain points, sacrifices have to be made, and later on in the game, it might actually be extremely efficient for us to have this set up this way. So we are gonna be trading a lot now because I want to make sure that we will be able to afford another robot or other tech which might come our way. I would actually appreciate if you would start moving all the bioplastic and everything the heck out of here. But what I am thinking that we might try to do somewhere around here is start to build towards other structures because I really want to get those starports up and running. Remember, a starport is a great thing because it will allow us to trade in higher quantities. Now, I do realize that at the start of the game, it's basically almost impossible for me to completely fill in a vessel that has 120 units of storage available in its cargo hold, but other than that, it will allow us to get our hands on larger quantities of goods that we might require. Like, for example, semiconductors are gonna be an eternal struggle for me, apparently. We're gonna have to start creating our own weapons too, so we're gonna have to keep our engineers busy, and we currently possess 11 of them, and I highly doubt all of them are working here in the factory. So we're gonna have to make sure that we have another one up and running. But I really want to remove all of these things so that the control center from there can be moved in here, because we currently do not possess the ability to recall anyone inside, which would actually allow me to prevent any injuries. And due to the low amount of medical supplies and low amount of medical plants or medicinal plants, this is gonna have quite the negative effect. So I'm actually thinking I'm gonna start building some other things here in order to start moving things along. And I was thinking that another biodome would be a great addition over here. Like I said, I'm not really gonna be building those massive biodomes, because when I was building them, it just led into a whole lot of problems. So we're gonna try to avoid building the larger structures, except of the structures which produce energy. I was able to also acquire the blueprint for the most massive type of battery, so we should be able theoretically to store, like, is it 12,000 points of power? I think so, right? So we should be able to afford to create that, and that should hook us up with some serious form of battery life. But so far the energy is kind of being managed thanks to the wind. The turbines are actually keeping us in the surplus, so I don't even have to bother with like creating more at this point. But what I will need to keep an eye out is the number of the spare parts. Now, when it comes to our biologists, we have 15 of them, so creating a biodome might actually not be the most optimal thing, but we still do not possess a bar, and because the storage unit is all the way over here, that means that the two biodomes are mostly like supplying whatever is in here, and this is exactly what I was talking about. So because we do not possess the ability to recall everyone, we might get some injuries, because the NPCs might even try to like stick outside or keep supplying the damn ship while the weather conditions are worsening. So we're gonna definitely have to hook our base up with some other facility, and because we are starting to run low on maintenance for our crops, and I really would hate to see this deteriorate even further, we're gonna bring in some more biologists. Hopefully the blizzard seems to have passed. I really hope that they were able to supply the vessel with all that it required. Okay, so I'm actually thinking we're gonna hook our biodome to a bar, which can go over here. I'm not really sure if I want to move it here, because this place will be really dedicated to the overall production or the income of the vessels. And because we cannot individually set up which landing pad can only allow, for example, colonists or traders or visitors even, this might have some negative effects. Okay, so we wanna hook this place up. And please don't tell me you were gonna like destroy one of the workbenches. Oh, thank you so much. So we are gonna take apart this connection so that this one can be built, and then we are gonna fill in this space with the connection. Okay, so the biodome for now will remain as it is. We are consuming 12 out of 19 points of water. You know what, I'm actually thinking the bar might not be the worst idea. Let's go like this, because if we put something starchy over here, that way we should be able to keep the bioplastic processor supplied. The bar should be supplied too, and we can expand towards this direction. Theoretically, I can build like a dorm right over here. And this airlock will therefore not be the most efficient use, because already there are 2 mines, which might be just too much of a traffic. So this dorm will be built, this bar will be built. Therefore, we should still be able, like if I would try to build this over here, connect it to this. So my idea, because we will actually require a sick bay due to all the security personnel who might get injured due to the influx of the intruders, we might run into some issues. Okay, sorry for that, I just had to check on something fairly quickly. So now that we have the bar, we should be set, the dorm should be okay too. Oxygen generator is over here. We might have to build another one somewhere around these parts. And also potentially an airlock so that we can build some more mines in here. But one thing which I need to be careful about is how I do the expansions so that I do not just suddenly like overextend myself. Okay, man. So here is the bar. Theoretically, we can cram in this. This is going to be capable of holding or maintaining the positive attitude of our colonies or colonists. We're just gonna burn through all the bioplastic, which is gonna be quite the issue. I'm thinking that we might have to build a lot of wheat in here, and I know that wheat is not exactly like the fastest growing crop. But I still don't care. What I still care, however, about is the fact that you can have a worker do a full shift at the mines, then go to eat, and then go to bed, and then somebody else shares the same bed with that person, and there are no goddamn showers in this damn thing. I mean, come on. Okay, we are low on storage space. That might be a problematic thing. Because then what might happen is that the items are just sitting here deteriorating slowly, while if they are in the magical circle of the storage box, it doesn't go so bad. Okay, so we just received like 3 biologists, if I'm correct. Okay, so 23, which makes me think I'm gonna shut down the colonists for now. We're gonna build that wheat. What I'm gonna also have to take a look at is the fact that we're gonna have to expand our production of the medicinal plants. but also I need to carefully monitor how the consumption of energy is growing, because we might run into, once again, an issue with the power. We have currently increased the energy consumption to 170 kilowatts, and we are not even done constructing some of these things. So definitely we're gonna have to like fill in this land over there with some of the amazing energy producing structures. What do we want to get rid of? Okay, 50% commission, 190. Okay, so 127 coins is actually pretty damn decent. And we are gonna go ahead. We are gonna build that other storage over here. And to that, we are gonna connect this. I'm gonna build it like here, because this way I can do the airlock. And on this side of the map, should be able to cram in at least something which might produce some form of electricity, right? Yeah, so mines are fine, but we really need to let's try it like this. This way there is more room, so theoretically should be able to cram in like a solar panel or a larger turbine. And this way we have also another point of leaving the base. And can we squeeze in the big boy? Fortunately, no. We might be able to, however, squeeze him here, which I do not object against. Now, I really don't want to build like way too many small wind turbines, just due to the fact that this increases the number of the spare parts that we will need to overall produce and offer or somehow redistribute amongst all of the structures. The bar is low on water, which means that we are exceeding our water production, and I cannot be building more stuff over here, because then we are gonna screw ourselves fairly decently. Sucks that I cannot squeeze in the water extractor in this part, so I'm gonna have to like make it somewhere around here. This should still give us plenty of room to expand in this segment. We're gonna see how this works, plus also we might be able to like build a dome here, which might be able to be connected to the oxygen generator, the cantina, and the multi-dome. And because the cantina and multi-dome usually require a steady supply of oxygen because they usually have a lot of people inside of them, this might not be the worst thing ever. So I really hate that you are constructed and you are working fully, but yeah, you are not connected to anything, so that's not the best thing ever. We're gonna see how this is gonna affect some of the stuff and how everything is being constructed, produced, and so on. But we have an airlock here, we should have an airlock here. The landing pad will eventually be taken down, like I said a million times over and over again. Oh man, maybe some more mushrooms? Like one more wheat and one more medicinal plant? That would be nice, but not until we ramp up the production of water, or we are seriously screwed. Are the overall stats? Okay, so the welfare seems to be good, the prestige is non-existent, but that can be kind of understood. I really don't like the fact that we are sitting on a lot of food, but the meal makers are kind of empty, and I hate to see basic meals. Or like 2 pieces of chicken or pork or whatever just sitting there. So I really hope we're gonna be able to hook ourselves up. Okay, so the oxygen generator is actually out of power and out of everything because this connection has not yet been built. So the storage and everything connected to it explains the notifications. Okay, we have another merchant here arriving. He has spare parts. We do have spare parts. He has the recipe for the Goliath wind turbine. Unfortunately, I don't think even with the items that I have or the full amount of the credits, I will be able to purchase this thing. Or maybe, if I sell a stupid amount of medical supplies, yeah, this might actually work. So if we get the Goliath wind turbine, it might be much more efficient versus having the large turbine or the medium turbine, because the large Goliath turbine might produce a surplus of energy and also will only require 1 spare part versus having to supply or maintain a medium and a large wind turbine. So I'm gonna take apart this one. I'm gonna leave in this one, but most likely I'm gonna replace it with like a mine somewhere around here. Question is, how is the supply run working and doing? We are super low on our production of metals, so I'm gonna try to increase the priority on the processing plant. Hopefully this will kick the workers in the right direction. I'm gonna take apart the wind turbine. This way we get the metal back. This way I should be able to cram in this structure, and this way we are able to put in the Goliath, or the very, very large wind turbine. And I do realize that the wind is super fidgety on the ice planet, but the beautiful thing here is that despite it being so fidgety, it actually keeps saving our Tushy on more than one occasion. Okay, so the very large power collector actually holds 20,000 kilowatts of power, not 12,000. But that's just the large one. Okay, so this is being now supplied to this way. Some pressure has been lifted off of this one. I'm really thinking that we are gonna have to increase the number of crops in here, and I'm thinking really 2 mushrooms, 1 more wheat, and 1 more of the medicinal plant is the way to go. Really hoping it's gonna work in supplying everything properly. As you can see, there is a large quantity of people here. We have 2 dorms fairly close to one another, so I'm actually glad that we have those oxygen generators right here that can hook our colonists with some freshly produced air. And once this big boy starts to producing power, when the wind will hit 0 meters per second, I'm gonna be extremely happy. But I want to see what is the surplus that we might theoretically try to achieve. Okay, so the wind is fully going. We are at 505 kilowatts. Okay, beautiful. So we are gonna be definitely able to support the colony for now. Should I already go with the 2 security or control centers? You know, let's do it like this. Yeah, because once again, wait, hold on. We do have the structure right now. Yellow alert. We are gonna put down like another one somewhere around here. Hold on. It's just that the medical center cannot be connected to other structure. This is one connection point, so okay, hold on. Let's take this apart. Let's lift the yellow alert. This way our colonists are capable of going outside and repairing whatever might require the repairs. What I want to do here is to try and cram in those 2 security centers or control centers. Problem is with their sizes. I'm not really happy about this, and unfortunately I cannot think of some sort of room. Theoretically, we can build this over here so that we have like another fun center, so that even if visitors start to show up, basically they will be greeted by a multi-dome and a bar. That is, if they don't try to shoot up the goddamn place first. And what we can do is that from the multi-dome itself, we can connect that to this, and therefore we should be able to now put in these 2. And therefore what I'm hoping is that the airlocks can work like this. Oxygen generator might be a great idea too. We'll hold on to that for a second here. And if this works, son of a... You gotta be kidding me, right? Okay, let's see if we can pull back a little bit with the airlocks, but I definitely want to have them here. And I definitely want to have at least 2 per one of the command centers. Ha-ha! Holy fudge, if this is gonna work, this is gonna be beautiful. And I'm really terrified that we're gonna somehow have to cram in an oxygen generator. Which might complicate just about anything and everything. So maybe the multi-dome was not the best choice. But this might work, actually. We have a small oxygen generator like this. And I don't know why I clicked on all of those things. So let's just pretend that did not happen just now. And if we build you over here, if we build you over here... Holy fudge, it's actually working. And... funk. Why can't I build something in there? Oh, you know what would be great? A sign! Oh, goddamn! This is like a whole new level of aesthetics and stuff. Look at this! If this is gonna actually work, I'm gonna be so freaking proud of myself. But this makes me also think that we are gonna be exceeding our overall energy production. We're gonna have to somehow provide additional power production, and because I know that I cannot build just about goddamn anything through this damn landmass, because we are playing on the same map like in the first season, and I know that they should theoretically work in our it's just gonna be beneficial. Look, we are gonna have 4 freaking airlocks to supply 2 starports. This might mean that even if there is only 1 vessel sitting in this starport over here, the colonists should be able to go through these 2 airlocks themselves, and therefore they should be happy. I'm gonna cram in whatever I can, but we are super low on just about anything. Who would have thought that building this many structures for a colony in 1 episode will not actually kill me immediately? And I'm quite sure that just as I say that, some freaking miracle is gonna happen and everyone's gonna get killed. We build ATV here. This way it's super inconvenient for the person sitting on this bench because he has to or she has to look over their shoulder. And I'm thinking that the next structure which we really need to construct is a factory number 2. And in the larger factory, which will be here, connecting the cantina with the oxygen generator, we are gonna start producing weapons for the guards, and I'm gonna start to ship in some freaking guards. The bar is steadily being supplied by wheat or mushrooms. I really don't want to know what a mushroom wine or beer tastes like. It's probably pretty damn gross. I mean, I'm not even sure if it's possible to ferment the mushrooms. Should we go with 3 cabinets and more beds just in case we have more injuries from shootouts? Yeah, we cannot affect it, so we're gonna just fill it in as much as we can. Man. Perfectly fits a small wind turbine. Screw it, let's go for it. This is gonna take a stupid amount of time to be fully commissioned and constructed, but once these starports are up and running, it's gonna be a massive game changer. Now we just need to make sure that nobody gets stuck in the middle of this circle here. Man, I so do not miss the freaking meteorites on the sand planet. Those are just freaking annoying as hell. No! What did you do, you freaking Nimrod? This is exactly what I was talking about. I so knew that this idiot is gonna pull off a dumbass stunt like this. Okay, so weapons manufacturing is a thing now. And more semiconductors would be nice, and more spare parts. This way, the engineers should stop scratching their asses and start actually making something useful for the colony itself. And I cannot believe how beautiful this thing looks. Oh yeah, and we're gonna have to start filling in these centers with the security consoles and all the other funky stuff. What is our water level? Okay, so 20 out of 24. Yeah, okay, so a small one can be actually built in here. I'll take it. I'll take it. Semiconductor foundry, weapons farm, arms workshop. And nobody is this time stuck in the middle here, cause science! Or some other reason. Okay, we still have plenty of ore. We are creating a stupid amount of veggies and meat. Not that many meals that are ready to be consumed, which is a little scary to me personally, but hopefully that's gonna get addressed soon. I'm gonna actually build in 2 of these additional stations to maintain our robots. I'm actually considering if it's even worth it to be producing the semiconductors and trying to get our robots manufacturing as a thing of the colony, because it's much more beneficial for me to just keep on pumping out spares and weapons, and just whenever there is a trading vessel which can offer me a deal on robots, I'm just gonna be able to purchase them. Surprise me. Okay, 108. We are gonna give you 22 pieces of veggies. We have 19 robots. We have 9 carrier robots, 2 of the construction robots, 8 of the driller robots. We have 17 workers, 23 biologists, 11 engineers, 2 medics, which we need to change, and we have 0 guards. So we definitely, once we take apart the landing pad, are gonna have to start shipping in some stupid amount of doctors and guards so that we can man these stations over here. And I kind of regret that I did not consider building a freaking telescope somewhere around these parts. Like, seriously. There's not even a room for this thing. But the signpost, I think, would be quite nice by the 2 starports, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And what if we take apart the massive wind turbine? Yeah, I mean, this is really beautiful that I can cram in the large telescope. The problem is, however, that it needs to be manned by more personnel, and if you don't build this connection, then the starport cannot operate. Okay, so the starport is officially a go, and therefore we are taking apart the original starport that has helped us so damn much on establishing the colony so much. The bioplastic is being stored here, which is great because we need it for the production of some of these things. Apparently we do require the semiconductors to be processed in order to create weapons. I'm gonna have to be careful with how I manage the production or the supply of the weapons, because how the armories work. What I have noticed is that when I, for example, was building another security center with my colony, or my colonists, what happened was that despite the fact that in the original, how should I say it? So basically what happened was that when the armory in the original security or control center was missing like 2 pieces, and the new control center has been established. Guards have been stationed there, but because the armory was not completely filled in the first security center, when armed intruders showed up at our doorstep, I was not able to defend anyone because the second security center through which the armed intruders entered, they just started shooting our guards, and they had to fight them using their fists. So we're gonna definitely need to change that, and this is exactly what I was talking about. I am now capable of shipping much more stuff to much larger ships. And we have 3 airlocks to do this. So we're not gonna see that much traffic going through just one place. Also, these idiots might try to go through this airlock too, based on what I'm seeing here and how the robots are basically moving in. But yeah, as you can see, 2 airlocks, 3 airlocks. Once the 4th one has been constructed, we're gonna have quite the trading established in this section of the colony. So I'm actually super excited that I was able to do this damn thing. But now we are kind of draining power. I mean, we are at 255 kilowatts, which is a freaking lot. But look at this. This is beautiful. I'm so happy I was able to put this thing together. Plus with the signposts, I mean, god damn. God damn. I'm impressed. I am impressed with myself. When I started playing Planetbase, I sucked so bad. But now, thanks to the channel, I somehow feel much better. I only wish it would work on one more game, which I'm trying to cover for the channel, which I can run super smoothly and it would look just beautiful. But I suck so terribly bad at that game that I just cannot bring myself to doing it. So I'm gonna have to think of something, and if it's gonna appear on the channel, then you're gonna be the first ones to know if you subscribe that I was finally able to pull it off. Okay, so we require colonists, and what I want to bring in are medics and guards. Oh, okay. We build this over here. Then basically the security person will be shot at from 2 directions. So is that a good choice? Probably. Maybe. Let's put the armory somewhere close. I want to have these stationed like this. Another massive vessel and another one which brings in more androids. Carrier robot, construction robot, and with a 40% commission and almost 60 spaces free in his cargo, we're gonna sell a whole lot of enchilada. So that's 195. We are at 105. We have dramatically increased the overall production of the medicinal plants. And look at that. Look at that. If we would do 335, 36, and we need to supply this ship with a lot of people, that should not be an issue overall. I'm gonna start building in those desks in this command center too. What do you mean we are critically low on power? Don't even tell me that. Holy Christ on a cross. We have just totally ran out of juice. Okay, lucky enough for me, it's starting to be daytime. And if we don't increase our solar power production, we are gonna be screwed big time. So let's build one more solar panel over there. I know that they have reduced productivity on this planet, but we really want to make sure that also this freaking wind turbine is up and running. Because this is going to cause a lot of problems now. We are at 291 kilowatts. Are you kidding me? God damn, that's a stupid amount. Please don't tell me I've just killed the entire colony by draining the oxygen due to lack of electricity in our grid. Okay, it's getting better now. Okay, please stay that strong for at least a while so that the wind turbines can do their goddamn thing. This is being supplied super stupid fast, and I'm not even joking. We have a blizzard. We're gonna increase the alert. The medical cabinets here are barely supplied. So I'm really hoping that those doctors will freaking start doing something useful. Really hate that I cannot build like a goddamn telescope on top of this small mountain or this small hilltop over here. Blizzard has passed. We need to drop off only 9 pieces of items, so please do that. Please do that. Okay, how's our energy production looking? 377, so we are creating surplus of power, especially thanks to the wind. Solar is not that helpful, but if we get the very large wind turbine up and running, that's gonna also increase our overall energy production, unless the strength of the wind is gonna completely go kaput. Really hate when small ships arrive here. Okay, you have more robots, but you have terrible commission. Let's get rid of the medicinal plants. Let's do this. For one construction robot. This way we will have 4 of them, 10 carry robots, 7 driller robots. Multi-dome seems to be providing lots of stimulus to our colonists. Really need to get those freaking guards in. And I really hope that we are getting some goddamn weapons soon, because we are gonna be screwed so badly. We are definitely missing semiconductors. Okay, there are some being processed, so you know what? I'm actually thinking engineer, medic, and this is going. Okay, guard, medic, engineer. This is the colonists that we will require. Please don't give me armed intruders. Okay, so I think we just got our first 2 guards. Beautiful, and they immediately started to work. Beautiful ship, by the way. Beautiful ship. It sucks that the colonists cannot arrive on those camo ships, which usually the visitors tends to have. But god damn it, again with the low electricity. Come on, pick up that wind. Son of a beeswax. Come on. Solar panel has been constructed in the middle of the night. And because the wind has picked up, we are now in surplus. So battery should be filled in, or at least somewhat filled in. We cannot fully rely upon the strength of the wind. But here's the thing, due to how iffy the overall solar might be on this planet, that I'm not really sure how much do I want to rely on that itself. Okay, so we should have 3 guards over here. There's like nobody stationed in the second command center, which sucks. Okay, you have actually stupid amount of free space, and you have 55% commission. So I'm gonna try to go for at least like 200 coins. And let's see if we can match this in resources. Let's go 15 over here. Let's go with some vitro meat. Not sure what. Actually, we are already almost there. So, yeah. Okay, that'll do. That will do. 200 is so far fine enough for me. Drinks are good. The maintenance on the crops is starting to suffer. Which makes me think I should take a look at the tissue synthesizers and also the other biodome. We're gonna have to get in more biologists. The auto repairs for the robots, that's a great thing. And I cannot believe how well is this looking and working. I mean, look at the speed. We have 4 freaking airlocks here that can supply our colony with whoever. Hold on. God damn it! I knew this is gonna happen. Fight! Because they don't have any weapons, they need to like manually fight them. Just gonna kill my guards, and I'm not really sure if it's gonna kill the freaking visitors themselves. I just lost my entire population of the guards because they have to fight them manually. So the first ship which shows up, there's still this one visitor. I have definitely lost my guards. Okay, I'm quite sure 2 of them have passed away. But this is... No. Still? God damn it. Come on, kill this bozo. He just shot my freaking worker or engineer. Kill this idiot. Kenneth Rudolph, you dumbass. Stop shooting him! Look at how fast this is going down. Once like 4 people approach the armed intruder and start to beat him up. We definitely need to get more guards in. Oh, son of a biscuit. And once a trading vessel with weapons shows up, we are so purchasing those. Okay, you know what? Let's go 50-50 or 60-40 biologists and the guards. How's the... God damn it, the energy. This is gonna be an issue from now on, huh? We're gonna have to ramp up the production of power somehow drastically. Unless something changes. Please don't give me another set of armed intruders. But thank God. Okay, so fresh batch of guards. All of them stationed in the same place. That's just... Yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess. Come on, give me a trading vessel so that we can grab some weapons for the colony. Yeah, I know, the power is super low. Yeah, I'm quite sure you don't have... Oh, you have weapons! Good! With 45% commission! Okay, might be able to trade it off for some junk that we don't require. How the hell do I have suddenly over 50 pieces of bioplastic. And thankfully, he has a massive cargo hold, so we can cram in some stupid amount of stuff. So weapons are always gonna be super expensive. I mean, look at the number of resources we're gonna be required to drop off. This is why having a big population will be a key to supporting this colony, because if we need to take this many people or just have certain amount of population do multiple trips on supplying the trading vessel itself, that means that some task is not being fulfilled, whether it's processing metal or processing bioplastic, or whether it's producing medicine or something else. We're gonna have to be careful. And we just got another guard. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. We're gonna definitely require more of the biologists to make sure that the colony is up and running and everything is in tip-top shape. So yeah, that'll be it for this episode. If you did enjoy what I managed to pull off here, definitely consider subscribing for more Planetbase and other content. I publish stuff on a weekly basis, so you will have always something fun to watch. I do all sorts of things, from discussions to early in-game reviews to playthroughs mostly, because I can render the footage on the laptop. And yeah, if you will consider subscribing, definitely make sure to hit the notification button. This way you know when the new episodes are dropped on the channel. And I will see you in the comment section or at the next one. Thank you for watching and see you soon. Bye bye.